Because of the following special program, Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Are we good? You guys ready? I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Anytime, any place to talk about the Star Wars holiday special.
Well, yeah, because there's a big first appearance this week for Boba Fett for his black armor.
Everybody's talking about the black armor.
But remember his first appearance.
I just want to talk about the blue armor, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, you were telling me this. Where does he first show up?
He is in the intermediary cartoon in the middle of the Star Wars holiday special. Is technically 1979 is technically Boba Fett's first appearance.
See, I've seen the holiday special.
I'm so sorry.
Of course, and I just guess that I forgot that bit. I got distracted by the Wookiee masturbation scene with Grandpa Itchy.
Just in the chair.
In the virtual reality chair, just having a good time. There's so much to love about the holiday special. Obviously, Boba Fett's apparently his first appearance.
Yes.
Big first appearance. But,
Jefferson Starship is in it.
Jefferson Starship's in it. B. Arthur has a song as a barkeep.
A full song.
Full length.
They really just let it go.
Yeah. And then poor Carrie Fisher just out of her mind on
She showed
cocaine.
up. She did show up. Leave it in.
That ending song about Life Day is a treat.
It is. I thought you were going to say atrocious. It is atrocious and a treat.
And a treat.
Much like the entire special.
Much like the entire special. The makeup on Luke. The
eyeshadow.
And full lipstick, man.
Man, yeah.
He looks good.
He turns,
Harrison Ford. But
Indiana Jones Christmas special. It's coming.
It's coming. But the first appearance this week, you were like,
the black suit.
Yeah, So what's coming out this week? Marvel Comics.
Big new release. Start. Yes. We've got Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha.
Number one.
Star
Wars Bounty Hunters Alpha. War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. Number one.
Yes, is the full title.
Yeah.
Very excited for this.
Me
At some
too.
point in between Bespin and Tatooine, Boba Fett loses control of Han Solo and Kryptonite and has to go.
Kryptonite.
Bad. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Carbonite. He is frozen in carbonite, and Boba Fett needs to kill everybody to get him back.
Before Vader finds out.
Well, before Vader finds out, and then he would also end up on Jabba's bad list as well. So he's really got to fix that.
So this is right after Empire.
This is right after Empire. It will go through all of the ongoing Star Wars books.
It's a big crossover event.
Yes, there are. My goodness, are there covers for this one?
And this is Charles Soule?
It is, yeah.
I love his Star Wars stuff.
Me too. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
And he's kind of taken the reins of this big time event. The artist on it, the main artist is Steve McNiven.
So awesome.
I can't believe that they got him to do this.
Yeah.
Do interiors again.
I know. And the cover is kick-ass.
It's so good. Yeah. You've got, and so there's also, he did the A, but he also did the B that is the crimson variant and the 1 in 50 black armor variant.
Yeah, because that's the big first appearance of his new armor.
Yeah.
All black, baby.
Which he's got, he's like, listen.
Out.
Exactly.
He's real sad.
If I've got to go on a tear across the galaxy, it's going to be in all black.
Yeah.
It's going to be in jet black. It's going to happen. You does the B
Little
cover.
Francis Yu.
Yep, the action figure cover.
Oh, the
awesome.
action figure variant.
It includes the black armor.
Yeah, people are gonna want that because it's the action figure variant featuring Boba in the black armor.
Yes.
But you know what people are really gonna want?
Ooh, I think they're really going to want a certain
art cover. Yeah, we did an exclusive variant with a gorgeous painted cover by our friend Tommy Lee Edwards,
friend of the show,
who is huge on Star Wars. He did a ton of Star Wars covers. He is certified to do Star Wars covers because you have to be approved by Lucasfilm
in order to even
in order to do a cover. He did those really beautiful covers for
TIE Fighter,
yeah. And I think Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yep.
He did some kick-ass covers. So when literally the day Charles Soule tweeted out, "Hey, look at this coming out!"
I'm gonna be doing.
I texted Alan and I was like, "Please, can we get Tommy Lee Edwards? Please, can we do an exclusive with Tommy?"
Yeah.
And it is like the best one.
Oh, he showed up.
Yeah,
he showed up.
It is incredibly good. It's extremely limited. This has been our best-selling one yet. So if you haven't ordered it yet, we will put the link in the description to get your set right now. We have it in the trade dress and with the Virgin cover.
Yes.
Which you get to just see Tommy's art, which is
in
incredible.
all of its glory.
And this is OG. This is like Boba Fett in his original costume.
Yeah.
It looks like a movie poster,
It
like
does.
him in the sand. It looks so good.
Yeah, that's actually probably what I love about them most, is that it really does remind me of those classic movie posters that you got for like the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Like it fits in so well.
Oh yeah.
It's been featured on several websites at this point.
Yeah. Boba Fett fan
Talk
club.
of the town.
Shout out there.
to you,
Thanks
yeah.
for pushing out our cover.
Appreciate that.
And also,
If you just can't get enough of it, there's a director's cut.
yeah.
Same week.
Same week. They're
Yeah.
like, man, this one's gonna have a much lower print run than
Yeah.
the original, than the A cover.
Mm.
It's an extra buck, but you get the extra goodies inside that come with a director's cut. You get
Yeah.
those scripts.
How they came up with the story,
Mhm.
the designs
Yep.
for the new suit and
Yep.
everything.
So, and there's a 1 in 25 sketch cover on that, which is gonna be very
again, highly wanted.
cut that. Very limited.
Leave it in.
So yeah, baby, that's exciting.
Pretty excited.
Pretty stoked.
Pretty stoked.
You know what I'm stoked for?
No.
Issue number 3 of Carnage Black, White, and Blood.
Yeah.
This is an anthology series, spot color. You can jump in any issue, so
Any issue.
jump in right here. That gorgeous A cover by Greg Smallwood.
Good stuff.
B cover featuring Spidey on the cover by John McCrea. And
Very
the
nice.
1 in 25 done by, you know him, you love him, creator of the Turtles,
Indeed.
Kevin Eastman. Kevin Eastman doing Carnage.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just
so
got
good.
his, It's got his signature style.
And you got some great creators on here. Dan Slott, Mr. Spidey doing the Carnage story. Greg Smallwood doing some interior art there.
Gotta love that.
So if you haven't, we always push this book because these are super fun stories. So if you haven't picked this up yet, now's your chance.
Now's your chance. And if you missed out on number 1, the second print is out again with a nice Gleason cover. Gotta get those Gleason covers.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta finish the web heads. I'm gonna stay on Star Wars. We've got High Republic Adventures, number 4.
Called IDW.
This is IDW.
We're mixing it in. All right.
I shouldn't have.
We'll just mix
I
it.
shouldn't
We'll just
have.
mix it in.
You know,
it's fine. We'll go back to
Star
Marvel
Wars, it's Star
afterwards.
Wars,
Yeah. So this is issue, what, 4?
This is issue 4.
Okay.
Yep. This is where the Force training begins for Z.
The new character.
The new character,
big character that debuted in the series. So
Indeed.
she's starting to learn the Force.
She's a Padawan, you know. So still
baby.
getting her boat legs under her.
1 in 10 is real nice.
Yes, it is by Yale Nathan.
So
and it looks awesome.
Yeah, I really like it. The ratios have, usually like the 1 in 10s on the IDW book, they're like hit or miss. The ratios for this series have been super solid.
Yeah, I've enjoyed all of them. Just some really nice line work, inks from whatever the standard cover is. Really good one. Check it out.
You know what I'm excited about?
Tell me.
X-Men, Curse of Man-Thing, number 3.
Yeah.
This is part of the anniversary. We're celebrating the 35th anniversary of Man-Thing with this new series by Steve Orlando, which is a connecting series of one-shots. This is part 3 of 3. This is the final issue, so if you picked up Curse of Man-Thing Avengers, you picked up Curse of Man-Thing Spider-Man. Now you gotta pick up Curse of Man-Thing X-Men to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And this is cool because there's a lot of fans of this X-Men character. Magic is kind of the central character in this story. And it says we're debuting a new team, a new X-Men team, the Dark Riders. So this could be some spec. There was a lot of spec on that Avengers Curse of Man-Thing. I think there's gonna be some spec on this one because it's the first appearance of the Dark Riders.
And they'll probably end up being important to the overall reign of X.
Hoxpox has not stopped expanding.
Exactly.
So, I'm sure we'll get a Dark Riders book. Okay, but hear me out. Dark Riders like Western. Hoxpox Western spinoff. They haven't
They've already done Pirates.
They've done Pirates. They have not done Cowboys.
Not done Cowboys.
So, listen, hear me out.
X-Boys.
Marvel, if you use this pitch, I gotta be able to pitch for this.
Yeah.
We can co-write.
X-Cow. Boy, we'll get there.
We'll figure it out.
We'll find out. You know what else we're about to find out? What the world would look like without the Avengers.
This is their big book for the summer.
Yeah, this is the event book. We've got Heroes Reborn by Jason Aaron telling us
Mr. Avengers.
Mr. Avengers himself. telling us what the world would look like if there weren't Avengers. And what does that mean? Who's important now? My favorite and yours.
Spider-Man?
The Squadron Supreme.
The Squadron Supreme!
Yes!
So Justice League.
It's the Justice League.
It's the Justice League.
It's basically taking the Marvel world and it's like, what if the Justice League were in charge, though?
But honestly, Alan actually made both of us read the original run of Squadron Supreme when we both started working here.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just really well done. So I'm really excited to see Squadron come back to the forefront because they're not super used characters, you know?
No,
since that initial run.
And they rarely get to kind of be in the forefront of whatever the heroes are doing.
Right,
they're kind of called in as backup.
Yeah.
Exactly. But what does it look like when they are in control? When they are the people that you call to when you actually need help? Because Spider-Man, just a reporter. Thor's just a guy who's afraid of hammers. Tony Stark is like everybody in this universe is like the opposite of whatever they are.
Okay.
So like, and there's different levels of that. Only person who remembers anything about the way the world used to be is Blade. And we don't know why. We don't know why the world has changed. We don't know why Blade is the only one that remembers it the other way.
Now,
therein lies the tale.
Another super underutilized character, Blade.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see him, again, be the central character.
Has as many appearances. This is another good thing about this book. Until Heroes Reborn, Blade had as many appearances in the comics as Strong Guy. As
you
Guido
love that
Giuseppe.
fact. You told
It's
me
my
that.
favorite fact. It's so wrong.
Obviously, they're like equal importance in the Marvel universe.
Right.
Blade and Strong
It's
Guy.
Strong Guy, you know.
Well, Strong Guy's just always in the background of an
That's
X-Men
what
book.
it. That's what it is. It's like, oh, there he is. He's
Yeah,
just fun to
Strong
draw.
Guy.
Yeah. But Blade is getting his time in the sun, as it were. Not a place that most vampires should. He's a daywalker.
He's a daywalker. There's some really good covers on this.
There's some awesome covers. There are a billion of them. But we've got Lionel Francis Yu doing a cover. We've got a Bagley, the trading card.
Trading cards are hot right now. Marvel knows it.
They know it.
They're doing 2 Bagley trading card variants. The supervillains one with Mephisto. And Blade.
Our boy Blade. Exactly.
Gotta get that. So
gotta get some Blade in there. We've got the action figure variant with my guy Hyperion on the cover.
Basically, the Superman.
The Superman action figure. Yeah. The gatefold Coelho.
It's really nice. I love me a gatefold.
Gatefolds. I'm
They're
such
real
a sucker.
fun.
I get it. They're gimmicky, but I love them. Pacheco does the nice Squadron Supreme cover. We've got Stormbreakers. Cassara is on a cover. Then the Ratios.
Well, wait, you missed one. The Art Germ does the Power Princess cover.
Power Princess cover,
which is really funny because when we pushed this in like one of the emails, someone was like, Power Princess is basically a Wonder Woman ripoff. She looks exactly like Wonder Woman. I was like,
Yeah, no, that's the point.
Yep.
Hey, good eye.
You gotta get it. But it is really nice. So if you like, the Art Germ does some really good, like Wonder Woman, Supergirl covers in the past. He kills it with this one. So pick up the Art Germ Power Princess. Which is also
one of the ratios.
Yeah, the Virgin 1 in 200.
Woo!
It's gonna be the rarest one you're gonna want to get.
Yes, it is. But you'll see why everybody's gonna be after it once you see the cover. It's gorgeous. McGinnis, of course, doing the 1 in 25. We've got Verege doing the 1 in 50.
Which is so cool. He's the one who did those Native American History Month variants.
And it's got this whole Squadron Supreme on there.
Good.
And they're like in the stars. It's very mythic. And then finally, the 1 in 100, George Perez.
Hidden Gem.
Hidden Gem.
We're pulling from the 80s here, and who is king of the 80s? George Perez.
George Perez.
So
absolutely.
Just makes sense.
No contest. No, I will not be opening the floor for debate on that.
No. So that's Marvel.
That is Marvel.
Well, let's go to Dark Horse.
Let's do it.
Friend of the show.
Another friend of the show.
I know, big release.
I think possibly not as much of a friend after this episode.
It was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago, but after a minor printing error.
Yes, after a certain sleuth.
Some
young buck editor in training.
I caught the printing error.
Hawkeye did. Bullseye.
Yeah, so sorry for if you guys have been waiting for this and you're like, why is this delayed? It is my fault. I caught a printing error in my physical copy. I was so excited for the book.
Yeah.
We have an interview dropping with Brockton McKinney and David Dwanch, the creators behind the series, and I was prepping for the interview. I'd already read stuff Brock sent me over, but then I read that paper copy and I was like, it doesn't match what I already read.
Yeah.
And it misses a whole page, like the origin of her name, Jenny Zero.
What?
Like, that whole page is gone.
What?
So I was like, hey, Brock, I don't mean to harsh your buzz. I know it's the day before your big release.
Did they cut it? What? Yeah.
But it's back. It is here.
The McKinney cut.
Yeah.
Is in.
The Siena cut.
The Siena cut.
The Siena cut.
Release the Siena cut.
Release the Siena cut. We are about to release it. This is written by Dave DeWange, Brock McKinney. This is our big first Dark Horse book. Art is by Magenta King, who is kind of an up-and-comer.
Yeah.
They picked Magenta based off their kaiju art, and it's a kaiju book.
Awesome,
yeah, basically the pitch for Jenny Zero, it's like if you like Ultraman, if you like those old school, like Pacific Rim, basically Jenny Zero is like the fail child, of the most famous kaiju hunter in the world, who has died. And she leaves the elite kaiju fighting forces, and she basically just becomes like Paris Hilton, but not Paris Hilton, like she's cool, but she basically just becomes like an alcoholic, drug addict, party girl. Yeah. She's like, I don't want to fight kaiju anymore. It's not my bag.
Thing. Yeah.
Not my bag. I'm gonna just party. And she's best friends with a hotel heiress. Yes. So very fun. But first issue, kaiju that cannot be stopped otherwise. She gets called back in, So she gets pulled back into this and has to basically reclaim the mantle that her father had. And I don't want to spoil anything.
Such a fun take on the classic, like, it's supposed to be my day off. Oh, I'm already drunk, but I need to go to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to just go fight kaiju.
Just waste it, obliterate
it. Totally,
yeah.
It is so much fun. If you know Brock McKinney, he cuts our videos. Hey Brock,
hey,
little peek behind the curtain.
Hey guy.
This is both him and Dave's Dark
but
Horse.
I understand if you do.
First Dark Horse book.
Yeah.
And it is just kick ass. It's gonna be a 4-issue miniseries. I talked to Dave and Brock. They already have ideas for second and third volumes, so you better pick this bad boy up.
Check it out.
The first prints that we were supposed to recall. People, the copies that are out in the wild are like, $20, $25 because of the spec. I think there's gonna be some spec on this alternate print.
Yeah.
People are gonna want both copies.
I agree.
And it's just phenomenal.
It's already up on like My Comic Shop.
Yeah.
And, like all the apps already have it listed. Yeah.
Yeah. The kaiju in this, awesome. If you like kick-ass kaiju fighting, but with humor. Yeah. So if you know Brockton, he's super funny. So is Dave.
Very tongue-in-cheek.
But it's also just a really solid story. There is a lot of like heartfelt. It's very good. If you want more info about this, we're going to have on our channel an interview I did with Dave and Brock talking about the book. So check that out soon.
Pick it up. Pick it up. One thing that I know everybody's excited to pick up now that it's back.
I know.
Back. Returning for the end. Baby Teeth, number 17.
Who's that by?
Little guy called Donny Cates.
Donny Cates?
Maybe you've heard.
I think so.
Maybe he's only been running things.
Marvel.
Yeah. But this is the final 4 issues. They are wrapping up. This is going to be the sort of lead up, the beginning of the end.
Yes, the final story arc.
Yes. The 1 in 15 by Charlie Adler.
Mr. Walking Dead, I believe. Yeah. So Walking Dead, Charlie Adler doing that 1 in 15, and there's a cameo appearance. Did you notice the sword on that 1 in 15?
I did. I didn't know if I was allowed to say anything.
If you like God Country, he puts it in in all of his books.
He does, yeah. But this has been like mysteriously missing for a bit.
Yeah.
Good to see a certain wink, nod show up.
Yeah.
Just in time for crossover too.
Ooh, you're right.
Don't want to say anything there, but yeah, check out Baby Teeth if you haven't caught up. We've got a ton of the #1 at the Carey store.
It's a really solid series. It's basically. Donnie is the biggest Buffy fan on Earth. Yeah. And it's basically him writing his own version of Buffy. Yeah. So if with witches.
I was gonna say better. You might need to cut that out for my own safety.
I know you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Maybe
internet
you can
beat
say
up.
it now.
Oh, yeah. Take that, Yas.
Anyway. There's a big #1. As always, Boom Studios, Boom! Always releasing the big hits. I also have this.
Yep.
This is Eve #1. This is a new story from Boom Comics. It reminds me a lot of a series that I really dug. We ordered up at the shop. We're friends with one of the creators, Smitty. It reminds me a little bit of Stuff of Legend. But yeah, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get the vibes, right?
Yeah.
So a
Little
girl.
teddy bear.
Yeah, a little teddy bear action. A girl is raised in virtual reality. And she has to travel across a dystopian version of the United States to save her father with the help of her and the world with the help of her teddy bear.
Which, come on.
So it's like
This is adorable.
we've got a lot of dystopian stories coming out right now.
Yeah.
Between Geiger, Nakara's kind of dystopian.
Yeah.
I guess during that pandemic, writers were just going through it. But it's fun to see like a different take on it.
That's what I was
with
gonna
a
say,
different,
yeah.
it's not just like a badass,
Nope.
badass chick. It's a little
Teddy
girl
bear.
with her teddy bear.
Yeah, it's a nice juxtaposition.
Yeah, it's a really fun little twist on a story we've seen before. This is something that sounds like we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So you got some really good art on this. Ario and Anindito does the A cover, I believe does the interiors as well. Mirka Andolfo of Unnatural fame does those B covers, as well as the one in 10. In-hyuk Lee does the one at 50, which is really nice.
It's so cute.
And
It's adorable.
Yuko Shimizu does the one in 25.
Hurrah.
So, these ratios on these like creator-owned books through Boom usually get pretty hot. And if you're thinking, hey, what movies do Hollywood like to make? And I mean, dystopian, end of the world movies. Hollywood
pretty
likes to
into
make
that,
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's a pretty good spec, and it looks just like a really good book. So.
It's adorable.
So I'm very excited about this one. Eve #1. That's the big release from Boom.
I'm definitely going to be checking that one out. Also, let's move over to Image. What do you
Image.
say?
Oh man, this book had a lot of chatter. I bumped everyone's orders up on this bad
I'm
boy.
really looking forward to it.
Me too.
We've got The Good Asian #1 from Image Comics, written by Pachechot. It is about a Chinatown. It is a Chinatown noir story. Set in 1936, a Chinese-American detective is trying to figure out a string of murders that the police are not really paying much attention to.
Because it's China.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're like, not really our jurisdiction, not our bag, no thanks. And he's like, nah, this is what,
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Really classic noir, which I really appreciate. I mean, it's
In a
just
setting
like
that we
going outside the system
Yeah.
to like get something done.
I love noir stuff. Brubaker Phillips, everyone's kind of rekindling their love for noir. They've had a ton of big releases with Reckless and stuff like that. So I think this is, again, a different take. It's a noir
With modern sensibilities.
with modern sensibilities, but with characters that aren't typically the main characters in a 1940s noir story. If you get like an Asian character in those books or in those old pulpy movies, it's usually the seductress Asian woman,
Exactly.
that stereotype.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see
that turned on its head.
turned on its head. We're not just playing with stereotypes here. This is the hard-boiled detective is the Asian American guy.
Right, and there's a purpose for it. You know, it's just like a gritty, well, if you're not going to do anything, I will. So really looking forward to that. It is going. There's an A by Dave Johnson, who also does the interiors.
And that B cover.
Yes, Sana Takada.
Sana Takada's art from Monstrous.
Yes.
Another huge Image series.
One of my favorites.
We're both really excited about this. We ordered up at all the stores, so give this one a try. Give this one your support. Let's put some. Let's check it out.
Let's try those numbers out.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks
Some
good.
support.
Speaking of books that look good, new book from the Bad Boys of Comics. Not me and Harrison. We're the other Bad Boys.
We're the other Bad Boys.
We're the Bad Boys B team.
The bench warmers for the Bad Boys.
Yeah, they call us up, every so often. The A team, the Bad Boys. That's Bad Idea.
Yeah, of course.
So they got 2 releases this week. ENIAC 3 from Matt Kint, but another Matt Kint another Bad Boy of Comics. Matt Kint. I don't know. We're all bad boys here.
Yeah.
Whalesville.
Yes.
#1. Now this is a one-shot. It's $9.99, but you get 72 pages of story. 2 stories in this. Yeah. 72 pages, no ads. So just 72 straight pages for just $9.99. Written by Matt Kint. Who, everyone's been crazy over ENIAC. It's been a really solid book. Obviously, there was just a lot of spec on that first issue, but I've been really enjoying
Me too.
So Bad Idea has just been putting out really good books between Tankers. This looks to be another one.
Yeah.
So check this out. Again, 72 pages. It's also supposed to be kind of like an all-ages, like, Hayao Miyazaki story written by Matt Kinn.
Yeah.
Which sounds awesome.
It does. It sounds
delightful.
Adorable. Yeah.
And it's a bit of a different story that we haven't seen from Bad Idea. You know, Tanker's a little bit more mature.
They all thus far they've all tended to skew a little more mature. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what their more all ages offerings are.
Yeah, so check this out if you need a Bad Idea destination store and you haven't known. We are a Bad Idea destination store. We'll have these.
We are a bad idea.
We are a Bad Idea. That too.
Hey, we are a bad idea.
We have these at all of our stores available, and we'll have those at the live show. A couple copies up for grabs. So,
Yes, we will.
You know. If you haven't yet, subscribe to these books because there's always spec behind them. And if you come asking for Harrison on Wednesday, he might not be able to hook you up.
I might not.
So,
I might not this time.
So
Yeah.
just a little plug for subscribing to these books.
That's right.
It would help us out immensely.
Indeed, it does. I don't have a good transition for that, but I am going to talk about Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, from Upshot. AWA.
AWA had some really good stuff lately.
Had some fantastic stuff.
Grendel, Kentucky.
Grendel, Kentucky was
Got
really
both that.
good. Resistance was awesome.
So good.
Year Zero was fantastic.
Yeah, so this seems to be another one.
Yes, it does. And do you know what is particularly interesting about this one?
Not yet.
It's a certain writer, just a little guy named Garth Ennis.
The Garth Ennis.
The Garth Ennis.
Okay.
The Garth Ennis of Punisher fame, of The Boys fame, of just fame. If you know comics, you know
Preacher.
Garth Ennis.
I mean,
Preacher.
come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
the list goes on. And
Yeah.
on.
So this is a new book from him.
Indeed, a thief, a time thief, is being chased by both the time cops and her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I love time cops. Listen,
I guess it
never
it
get
does
sick of
just
time
say
cops.
her ex, so I suppose.
Okay, could be an ex-girlfriend.
Yes, it could be. Could be multiple exes.
We don't know.
We don't.
Could be different, different
Different
versions of the
points in
exes.
the
Yeah.
Exactly.
Little story idea there, Garth.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want to give me a call or whatever, but Andy Clark does the art on that. The B cover is by Mike Deodato, who's been doing
so good.
some awesome work for Upshot,
And
then Frank Cho.
Frank Cho. We're about to
Cho.
talk to him one more time.
Exactly, yeah. Frank Cho's got several covers out this week.
Yeah.
It just looks fun, you know?
Looks like a good time.
Looks,
like fun action.
fun action, and you know that anytime the Garth Ennis is being funny, it's gonna get dark and hysterical.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to that one as well.
You know what I'm really looking forward to? A book that's not always on my pull. I've been reading I read the Mark Russell run. I know you did.
Of course.
But this is a new #1 from Dynamite. Invincible Red Sonja.
Yeah.
Now I'm psyched on this because of the creative team. It's written by Jimmy Palmiotti. And the covers are done by Amanda Connor. You know that team from Harley Quinn. They've done some classic stuff.
Friend-ish of the show. I like to consider them a friend.
And Amanda Connor writes this as well with Jimmy. So this is a new jumping on point for Red Sonja, and this has definitely been the most high-profile creative team on this book in a long time. I mean, Mark Russell has been as well, but you know, you bring in the two creators who made Harley Quinn a big deal.
Yeah.
Putting it on Red Sonja. So I'm really excited. There's a ton of really good covers here. Amanda Connor does the A cover. Linsner, who does a lot of fantastic, you know, obviously from Dawn, does a lot of great Dynamite covers, does the B. Frank Cho does the D cover. It's a fantastic cover. And when Brock puts that on the screen,
it's a bot!
You'll think it's a real good joke.
Yeah, that'll change your opinion for sure.
But it's really cool. And you get to, it focuses on his like line work. It's mostly pencil stuff.
Yeah.
So always like to see that. There's some ratios on that too. But yeah, if you haven't given Red Sonja a try, maybe you fell off because there's a lot of series of this. I think this is one you should give a try. Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor doing Red Sonja. Check it out.
Good jumping on.
And Batman. DC. We almost forgot it.
We gotta end on the Batman.
We lost it.
We've got.
What
That's
issue
all right.
is it?
I know what it is. It's 108. The big thing about this is that it
Big
is
new appearance.
it is the first full appearance of Miracle Molly, who is super involved in the story. If you've been reading it,
There's a really nice art term cover on that.
An awesome art term cover.
Yeah.
That is it's the 1 in 50 foil. Well, it's just the B cover, right? So you've got the A and the B, and then it is a 1 in 50 foil version of the art germ, and then a Federici 1 in 25 again.
Love those pencils.
Fantastic. I mean, just excellent.
We always are hyping up Tinian's run on Batman, but for good reason, and don't miss
It's
this out.
awesome.
First appearance, you're gonna want it.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna want it, so pick that up.
There's a lot of it.
And that's it. I mean, let's go watch. Let's go watch the
holidays.
Yeah, I do not remember the cartoon parts.
Watch this cartoon,
Let's go,
man.
man.
It's awesome.
I'm excited. I got my Jedi room ready.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
Wow. People don't even know about Boba Fett.
I'm gonna shock jock